Alrighty, it's time to continue with main story. Let's see. I think we're talking with the lawyer first. Copy. Let's see. Should check on the others who've taken the drug as well. Okay. Well, the lawyer's not in there, so we're going to talk to the lawyer. Maybe we should contact the authorities, Ian. But if we are proven wrong, this could end up disastrous for him. I say we confirm our suspicions first. You're probably right. Too late, police is already here. Oh, hello there. The Special Support Section. Ian, I think Adios might be shining down on us today. They might just be what we need to put an end to this matter. Indeed, they have impeccable timing. Excuse me, but what exactly are you talking about? Something happened to you, too. Well, it's actually about the owner of the trading company I mentioned yesterday. Not a single person has been able to get in contact with them since this morning. Really? It would appear so. You see, I'm actually acquaintances with the ReZero trading company's owner. When I checked in on things, he was neither at home nor did his employees know where he could be. So I was just asking Ian about whether we should involve the police. Now that does sound concerning. Do you think he has vanished? Sorry, Mr. Hayworth, but with the current state of things, it will likely take some time for the police to respond. That in mind, would you be open to us handling this case? I'm sure we can get it cleared with the department. I see. I would be more than open to that if you are all willing to help. Of course, it might take some time, but you can count on us. Also, Mr. Grimwood, if you find any leads on the missing people, could you forward them to the chief? Yes, I can do that. Be careful, everyone. Will do, sir. We should probably hurry on this one. Agreed. Let's try not to make any more unnecessary detours. Was that a new quest? Not by Mr. Grimwood. Mr. Hayworth was there to tell us ReZero Trading Company has gone missing. Where is ReZero Trading Company? Let's try the Harbor District. Crossbow. Looks like Hayaway still busted up. Don't see anything here. Maybe in the IBC. Oh yeah, monster data. You're not the monster data person. I don't see ReZero around today. It's odd. He's usually here every day. One of the missing people. Sounds like he was quite a familiar face at the IBC. Was it this guy? There's always been a guy sitting right there. My back. It's getting me. Just like every day. None of you suckers. Nobody who just wants to be in their offices. Don't y'all got work to do? Okay. I know Arconceal is one of them. Saber Viper Dino, a broker in the residential district. So, why don't we go to Saber Viper first? Let's check over here real quick too. Oh, those were those bracers. Nowhere to be found. You want to run that by me again? Because if I remember correctly, I ordered you to bring him to me. Need your ears cleaned or something? Yeah, about that. Apparently, Dino never made it home. Then start looking for him, you sucker fool. Sure thing, boss. Dino, is he the one that's on the First Division's list? I don't know, but it sounds like he might be missing too. Guys out of your gosh darn minds, you don't think you can just hang out here. What do you think you are? Who said you can come in here right now? Alright, I guess... Oh, okay, here we go. What the heck is going on? I'm not fully aware of the situation, but it seems Dino really is missing. And they all seem distraught, too. Hey, you guys got a moment to chat? Is it Wazy? What are you doing here? What are you doing here, Wazy? I'm curious to see how the Vipers are doing. I heard their newest member went missing this morning. Well, I thought something might happen after that last thing. Hey, you know something we don't? Essentially, why don't we relocate first? You're all welcome to join me at Trinity. I'd be more than happy to tell you what I know, as long as you're willing to hear me out. Wazy's the only person we can rely on for more information regarding the Saber Vipers right now. Indeed, we don't have any clear details other than something odd having happened. Back. You came. Mind telling us what's going on now, Wazy? Normally I'd charge you for the info, but this one's on me. Not like this awful situation doesn't concern us either. You know that new gopher for the Vipers? I think his name was Dino. He's been acting pretty strangely as of late. I thought so. You'd hardly think a total rookie would have the guts to get up in Wald's face. He's also been constantly trying to pick fights with our members, but that's not the real kicker. He actually challenged Wald to a fight yesterday. Wait, seriously? Seriously. I didn't get to watch it with my own eyes, but he was supposedly keeping up with Wald in terms of power and speed. Wald finally managed to take him down when he started trying his hardest. After he lost, Dino stormed out of the place. No one's seen him since that morning. Things ain't looking too good. Right, this is becoming quite serious. Oh, is this all thanks to that fancy new drug? Where did you hear? Oh, I thought that might have been the case. Heard some strange rumor about a magical drug that grants your wishes or something. I figured that made for a reasonable culprit. So you baited us with the leading question. Hey pal, try not to run your mouth off too much about it. Don't need any more people knowing. I'll try to keep my lips sealed. For what it's worth, I don't think anybody other than Dino's used that thing around these parts. Still though, who would have given it to him? I'd better be more careful with my guys too. Thanks, Wazy. We'd appreciate the help. I don't really know if he told us anything important there. Let's go to Arkansas. Oh, look who it is. We got Shizuku and the Bracers. The suckers. Bunch y'all guys got actual work to be doing. Who are we supposed to talk to here? Oh, probably you. Oh, the special support section. Perfect timing. Has something happened, sir? Actually, if you could, please keep what I'm about to tell you a secret. We discovered that one of our artists went missing this morning. His name is Nikolai, and he is a rookie member of the troupe like me. Anyway, he apparently never showed up at home yesterday. We were told his family's searching for him, but they haven't had any luck yet. I tried to reach out to all of my contacts, but no one has seen him anywhere. Nikolai, is he not the man who was behaving oddly? Yeah, that's him. He was timid and would make all sorts of mistakes, but right after the anniversary festival, he started to demonstrate incredible talent. You say talent, but could you be a little more specific, sir? Well, his physical prowess skyrocketed. He improved to the point where he could handle the most passionate scenes with ease. It was strange, though. It almost seemed as if he was possessed by someone or something. It didn't really seem like it was Nikolai performing at all. Honestly, I got the impression he was delirious. He seemed like a completely different person. Well, sounds like we got our answer. And he disappeared too, just like the others. Mr. Ivan, would you mind leaving this case with the special support section? We might be able to find him. Truly. We would greatly appreciate your assistance. Probably our best bet. We can rest easy with Lloyd and the crew on the case. Besides, we'll be busy enough rearranging today's program. Well, hold your horses. You seriously still plan on doing today's performance? Yes, we were just in the middle of discussing it. Even if Nikolai doesn't return in time, we can't just cancel the show. We'll likely have to rearrange the roles. Either way, we'll manage. Arkansas won't simply walk off the stage because of a setback. We'll have to take some time to adjust the roles, script, and even the scenes. However, we can always delay the start of the show. We just want to make it happen, that's all. I'm amazed by the tenacity you apply to your craft. Isn't that the truth? We shouldn't have expected otherwise from them. Alright then, best of luck with your show. If you could, keep an eye on the dressing rooms and auditorium. Nikolai may come back later. And if you do spot him, contact the SSS immediately. Of course. Sorry everyone, if I had just been more careful, this would have never happened. Please find Nikolai, Lloyd. Don't worry, we will. You better hurry, Lloyd. You're right, we need to check on the others as soon as we can. Well, if you didn't get into your whole discussion about, oh, you're actually going to be going on with the show, maybe we would have, hurried on. We wouldn't have lost anybody. How about that, suckers? Hey, we're on police duty. We don't got time for some chatter. This is suspicious, and I never noticed that before. Let's see. Residential district. Whose house could it be? Oh, this is the Hayworth's house. What are you doing, Sucklefu? Mama said she had to go outside for a bit. Where did Mama go? My mama said... I guess this is the only house left. According to the First Division's data, this should be the house. I see a familiar face. Ah, Mrs. Hayworth. Oh, what am I to do? I know this is hard, real, but you have to calm down, take a breath. As things stand, we really need to go find some help. Is that you, Miss Hayworth? Or Mrs. Hayworth? I don't know. Oh, the special support section. Oh, thank Adios you're here. You see, something dreadful has happened, and we were just about to seek some help. Is it regarding the owner of this house? I believe he's a stockbroker, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you're right, he is. When I woke up this morning, my husband was nowhere to be found. Tried looking around the neighborhood with Sophia, but we had no luck. Is that so? Sorry to ask this, but has your husband been acting strange recently? Now that you mention it, he has. My daughter noticed it some time ago. Figures. Why'd he have to go poof in the middle of the night? Gonna be a real pain in the butt to find witnesses. Yeah, we've yet to come up with the method. You seem to be well acquainted with this family, Miss Hayworth. The CPD is conducting a search for Bond, James Bond. But it may take some time for us to find him. Would you be willing to stay with the family a little while longer? Yes, gladly. My husband should also be back from work soon anyway. Thank you, we'll leave them to you then. Finding James Bond is going to be very difficult. Can't believe all of them have gone missing. Darn it, that bad feeling of mine was right on the money. How the heck do this many people just up and vanish? Did they run off on their own, or did someone kidnap them? We don't have enough information at the moment to be certain, but both options seem possible. The 5 people missing may only be the tip of the iceberg. Chances are, there are even more people in Crossbell City who have disappeared than we realize. I'm afraid you might be right. Just how many people have gone missing? What's the plan, Lloyd? It'd probably be a real pain in the butt to search for them one at a time, yeah? Right, this has become too much for just the 4 of us to deal with. And since the 1st Division is being pressured by the top brass, they won't be able to help. Time to go to Yona. Would it be possible to consult with Inspector Donovan from the 2nd Division? He does owe us for the previous time we helped him out. No, I don't think that'll work either. I can only imagine that the 2nd Division is being pressured as well, given Detective Dudley came to us for help. I see, that certainly makes sense. Which would mean the same could be said of the Metropolitan Division. It would have been a huge help if we were able to make use of their manpower. Lloyd speaking. Hey, rookies. The heck have you 4 been up to? Oh, is that you, Detective Dudley? You're darn right it's me. You guys didn't go sticking your noses into Ravash's business, did you? No, not exactly. We're focused on the drug investigation right now. Why did something happen? Why else would I be calling? Their offices? Forget I said anything. If it doesn't concern you, then don't do anything rash. Carry on with your investigation. Was that Detective Dudley? What's going on? Well, told others about the conversation. What the heck's going on? Whole thing seems suspicious. Despite Dudley's insistence, something is clearly happening with Ravash. Yeah, most likely. Sounds to me like we've got no other choice than to go check it out. I agree, even though we were told not to interfere. The Mafia is connected to the missing persons case, then that is reason enough. Alright, let's hurry to Ravash & Co. I think we're gonna go see Yona first. See what that Sucklefu has been up to. Geez, what's your deal? Don't get excited, I don't have any good info for you today. Still, the Mafia's disputes seem to be escalating every day. Oh, perfect timing. Say guys, you got any info you're willing to sell? How about this? I'll buy it for 30% more Mira than usual. Looks like this visit was a waste of our time. Fortunately, it seems so. For a kid who acts like he is well informed, he is pretty disappointing, isn't he? What is wrong with you guys? Shut your traps. I'll dive in and grab whatever info you want. Come on, don't hold back. What do you want to know? Kid's got fire, I'll give him that. How about, where are these people? Activate CCTV, or whatever it's called, and locate these missing persons. I'm really surprised that the main story has not developed to the point where we're asking Yona for help right now. But we'll get there eventually, I guess. The bracers have not learned anything yet. Not a single person on guard. They had a whole darn army here when we visited yesterday. No signs of a struggle here, though. Yeah, at first I thought that Hayaway had gotten the revenge, but it doesn't look like it. Tio, what's the matter? It's too quiet. I don't sense the typical presences within the building. What? To be accurate, I only detect a single person inside. Besides that one person, the entire building seems to be empty. Serious? What the heck happened to him? Probably safe to assume the one person inside is Dudley. Alright, just to make sure, let's check it out. Understood. Do we have probable cause? Same day, 11 a.m. Darn it, what the heck is going on? Darn it, Ravash, what are you up to? Wait, same day, 11 a.m., and then we just walk through the door? What is going on? You guys, looks like I was right, it was Dudley in here. Hey man, what the heck's going on here? Didn't I just tell you not to get involved with this? The SSS should be solely focused on the drug investigation. Pardon me for saying, but I don't think you're in a position to say that right now. Just as I thought, there's no one in the building after all. I've been staking this place out for a while, but I haven't seen a single person leave. Not only that, but there aren't signs of a struggle having occurred. If anything, I'm the one who wants to know what the heck is going on in here. If I recall, the 1st Division was tasked with surveying Ravash's movements, right? Are you saying you don't know when all of their members disappeared? Last night, HQ received a note warning us of a criminal threat. It stated that Crossbell Airport had been rigged with explosives. Explosives? Are you serious? The 1st Division was ordered to drop all of their duties at once and secure the airport. As per the top brass's orders, anyone responsible for observing Ravash's movements had to leave their posts. So basically, they disappeared after the 1st Division withdrew. How oddly suspicious. Did the warning turn out to be credible? Who knows? Darn, what the heck are the top brass thinking? How long are they going to keep stepping all over CPD's pride? Detective Dudley. In any case, it's hard to figure out the truth of the situation given our current information. Why don't we conduct investigation of the building? What? Of course, I realize there's a delicate relationship between the police and Ravash as things stand. If we investigate their headquarters, especially without a search warrant, it could give them reason to retaliate. Fully aware of the risks. Loido. Well then, why the heck are you suggesting such a foolhardy plan? Because there's the strong possibility the situation is even more dire than we thought. Let me fill you in on our findings between yesterday and this morning. Alright, will you explain some more information? Unbelievable. I was aware of the cult's existence, but I thought they were gone for good. However, There are innocent human lives on the line. Vital information regarding the missing people could be waiting inside here. If you can't take the risk, Dudley, then could you at least let us? No, actually, I'll be acting on my own. Do me a favor this one time. Whoa there, buddy. Don't think we'll let you take all the responsibility for yourself. Of course we're going to do this together. We're going to do something about all this, even if it means the SSS is disbanded as a result. Yes, we share this road until the end. Thanks, everyone. Seems your whole family is hot-blooded. That reckless abandon, it's just like his. Evidence obtained without a search warrant isn't legally recognized. Surely you know that. Whatever evidence those guys might have left behind, we'd have to pretend we didn't see it. Alright, understood. Our top priority is investigating all the strange events happening in Crossbell right now. We refuse to stay in the dark any longer. Look at you acting all grown up. As long as you understand the circumstances, I won't be the one to stop you. You may tag along with me, but don't slow me down. Tag along? Does that mean you're coming with us? Given the circumstances, do you really think I could leave everything to some rookies like you? From now on, this operation will be under my command. I'll be taking full responsibility, no questions, understood? Dudley. The detective doth protest too much, methinks. Though his tone is harsh, his actions betray a caring nature deep down. Shut up, you two. Anyway, we should proceed with our search. Report anything suspicious or out of the ordinary to me ASAP. Yes, sir. Alright, Dudley is in the party. Time to rob you of your equipment. You have a Greyhound. You have some strength on you. Rigid leather, combat boots. Let's see. You can keep that stuff. How's your quartz looking? Oh, you got some stuff I'm interested in. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna rob you of your Action 3. We're gonna rob you of your cast. EP Cut 3. We have one of those. Doesn't look like anybody's using EP3. We're gonna remove that. We're gonna remove that. We're gonna remove that. Okay. Crap. Give you attack 3. I'll give you water. That's what we upgraded that one for. I have to give you can I leave? Cool. I need to make some adjustments. Yep, Detective Dudley has joined the party. He's right there. Okay. I need to make some adjustments. Upgrade that. We'll upgrade that. I guess I should have done the more expensive one first, huh? Usually how this is supposed to work. I guess I could check if there's any new stuff that I want. I mean, even if there is, I can't afford any of it. Okay. So now we can finally give you action 3. Oh, Bewitch is one of those. Interesting. Evade 3 was the last one that I needed. Oh, there we go. Alright, I think we're all set. Remember feeling like you never had enough fire quartz for upgrading, or fire sepith? I think I'm having that issue with water right now. But I guess I'm having some issues with fire. I had a lot of fire, I just used it. But water seems to be the one that I'm struggling with more than anything else. Alright. Let's save. I'm going to try going to where I think is the correct place. And this is very suspicious, but I'll go back there. I'm looking for the boss's room. I don't want to activate anything that's going to progress the main story. Hey, you're sticking your gnosis in places they don't belong. Shouldn't have went in here. I didn't think this was going to be the boss's room. This is the parlor we were in before, right? Yep, I recognize all the gaudy furniture. I doubt there'd be anything or any useful evidence in a place like this. Tio, did you sense something? Yes, I got the same feeling when we were here before, but it almost seems like there is something more to this room. I think there's some kind of trick to it. Can you elaborate? I believe there's some sort of mechanism in here. Sorry, it might just be my imagination. When have you ever been wrong about something like this, Teotot? I agree, let's take a look around. Later. Oh, what the heck is going on in here? Darn it, where's the boss's room? This painting. It is suspicious. Let's take a closer look. Right. Oh wow. Teotot's sixth sense saves the day. Seems like we've got 2 slots or something here. Rather than slots, perhaps they are actually keyholes. Something may happen if we unlock them both. Alright, if we find any keys, let's see if they fit here. What is this? Is it some sort of terminal? I believe this is a password-operated device. I can only imagine it's connected to this very conspicuous iron gate. Yeah, it's definitely sticking out like a sore thumb. Doesn't look like it'll open unless we have the correct password. If someone happened to write it down somewhere, we might be able to find it. Worth a shot. Let's try searching for it. Alright. Check that real quick. A swimsuit magazine is sitting on the table. This looks like a magazine some of the underlings were probably reading. Oh dang, it's the newest issue of Hot Shot. I haven't been able to pick up my copy yet. Why, aren't you ladies smoking? Randy, you lecherous. I don't know what else you were expecting from Randy. No sense of decorum. Wait, I just saw something between the pages. Oh, you're right. There's some kind of memo stuck in here. The title and author of the most popular fairy tale at the library. This must be the password for that device we came across. Indeed, it looks like it is. Alright, let's head back to the device and see if we can figure out the password. Cooking encyclopedias on the shelf. Recipe for rich cream soup. Woot! Let's save. Alright, so that probably goes over there. I'm expecting this bookshelf to move. This bookcase is packed full, except for this odd gap here. Maybe someone borrowed the books that were here. No. There's a pressure-sensitive device on the bottom of this particular shelf. If we put an object with a specific weight on it, it may activate some sort of mechanism. Did we stumble into some kind of spy novel or something? What a juvenile security system. I'm sure this will be simple enough. We'll just search the building for any weighted objects that fit this gap. Understood. Alright, well. Okay. Just gotta double check, you know, go everywhere, do everything. Golden pedestal. Is this pedestal made of solid gold? I believe it's only gold plated, but considering how rich Ravash is, they could certainly afford one if they wanted. Okay. We're gonna go up here first, against my better judgment. I'm hoping this leads to the treasure chest on the roof. Alright. Whoever made this place must have had fun installing all these dumb little funhouse tricks. Instead of, you know, using doors and keys like a normal person. Adding to that, this device appears to have cost an obscene amount of Mira. I'm sure it all comes down to Marconi's tastes. I've heard that he's an avid fan of new toys and odd novelties. I'm sure that's caused more than a few headaches for those working under him. New from Ravash, Marconi and cheese. Alright, the problem is both of the things, they all have these little things, so I can't like cheat. It seems like this is an older building that's been renovated. According to the 1st Division's intel, this location serves as Ravash's armory. This is the first time I've entered it for myself, however. The sound of machinery is strange. Everyone, enemies are approaching. Prepare yourselves. You got archaisms? What are these things? Crab monsters, beetles. No, that ain't right. They look like they're machines. Talk later. Focus on the enemies in front of you. I was like, what are you running away for? Well, I appreciate you all grouping up so that I can ungroup you up. I knew it. They were definitely some kind of mechanical monsters, and they packed one heck of a punch, too. What even were those things? Autonomous machines, otherwise known as archaisms. The Foundation has been researching them, but they have yet to put them into operation. However, rumor has it that secret society we've heard about has been using them for their own ends. You mean that mysterious organization Estelle and Joshua were talking about? The real question is, how did Ravash get their hands on these things? I didn't think you lot would know about the Society. You know about them too, Dudley. Of course I do. The 1st Division conducted their own internal investigation of the incident that occurred in Liberl. And half a year ago, we heard rumors that the Society's weapons had made it into the black market. We hadn't verified the legitimacy of such claims, but to think that Ravash was actually able to get their hands on them. That's bad news for us. Is there a chance that Don Marconi purchased them for his own private collection? It's possible. This looks like exactly the kind of junk he'd love. Their speed and combat prowess aren't anything to scoff at either. I should mention that those weren't the only ones in the area. Man, what happened to us just looking through an empty building? Actually, let's not save yet. Can I leave? Alright. Alright, that way kinda seems like it is the correct way to go. It's really hard to tell. Let's see if I can figure this out. Enter the 2 passwords in order. Most popular fairy tale at the library. I could go to the library. Hey, or I could just get it right by myself. There we go. Looks like we hit the jackpot. Despite the elaborate mechanism, they were a little too careless. Yeah, pretty sloppy of them to leave info like that sitting inside a swimsuit mag. I mean, wouldn't that be the first thing intruders would pick up and flip through? Normal intruders do not share your unique priorities, Randy. Well, no matter how great the security system is, it's pointless if the users are all this incompetent. Let's continue. It looks like there's something up ahead. Yes, sir. Probably time to mark soon, so I'm going to mark during this fade to black. If there's, nothing crazy going on. Okay, this looks like another crazy room. Is this place a warehouse for smuggling goods, perhaps? There's no mistaking it. Darn it, if only we had a search warrant, we could look through every nook and cranny of this place. Yeah. Hold on a sec, we ain't alone here. Are those monsters? Take them out. Got some HPs on you. Not to say, what a sucker, what a sucker. I didn't see what level Deadly was. 34. Oh, I'm 2 levels behind. What are monsters doing in a place like this? Are those things even native to Crossbell? I've never seen them before. They remind me of flying felines, but those are only native to Liberl. I don't recall them ever being that strong either. I can only assume that smuggling monsters is one of their business practices. Seems like they were hiding them in here, along with those war dogs of theirs. Smuggling monsters? Is there that much of a demand for them? I'm sure there's an eccentric millionaire or two who'd be interested. Goes without saying, though, that smuggling monsters is illegal in most countries for good reason. Yeesh. There are some real weirdos out there. Heads up, Lloyd, I get the feeling those weren't the only critters roaming around here. Seems proceeding through this area won't be so easy. Alright, I guess we'll start here. And, we'll go to the armory later. I should probably sit down too. As soon as it's time to mark, which is basically going to be like right now. Okay, so that allows me to go over there. Cool. Status. We learned 2 things. Deadly Storm. KO %. Interesting. I don't know if I actually want this one. I think I like hers being related to healing. Justice Hammer. We've got some interesting stuff here. Alright, well, it's time to save and mark. I'm gonna do that.